Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of The Flank. I'm joined by the one and only, one of the best ARs to ever do it, the human turret, the world champ himself. Give it up for Sam LaRue, a.k.a. Octane. We got some of the best analysis in the game from the world champion himself, Christopher Duarte, a.k.a. Parasite. We got the one and only, the multi-world champion, multi-champion legend icon to the Call of Duty space. Give it up for Patrick Price, a.k.a. Aches. And then, of course, we got the one and only, the executive producer of The Flank. Give it up for Benji Nassim. Gentlemen, what's going on, man? Talk to me. How you guys doing? Sam, we'll start with you. It's been a very, very shitty day of COD. It's been a terrible day.
Took the words out of my mouth. Had a fucking terrible day. I can't wait to talk about it. This game sucked.
For those of you that don't know, we played 2 series today. First series was Invasion. Second series
we had a Rio in there. There was a Rio in there.
Oh, there was a Rio in there. Rio, Invasion. And then the second series was Karachi. So 3-0 second series, 3-0 first series. It was a quick day. Chris, how you doing, bro? You doing all right?
I'm doing good. Yeah, I watched the matches, and it was a speed run. They were the fastest. I think that was the fastest day in CDL history. No bullshit.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the matches. We're also going to do a lot of community questions today. And we're going to go into the Discord because not much to say. Well, obviously, talk about them and give our thoughts. But, very quick day. Pat, what's going on with you, man? How's everything at work? How's everything been? Everything good?
Everything's good. I disagree with you guys, though. I thought this was a phenomenal day of Call of Duty. And I'm glad that we finally, as predicted, I predicted at least, the Rokkr 4th on-land fluke first event is being exposed, and I'm happy about it.
You think it's being exposed, pal?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll get there. And then, of course, we got the one and only Benji Nassim. Ben, how's the weather? Any golf?
Monday. I'm going to do an IRL stream, golf stream.
Nice.
Weather, I mean, it's been interesting this week. We had like big tornado situation in the middle of the week, getting woken up at fucking 5 a.m. By tornado sirens going off. My phone going off was really fucking enjoyable. But other than that, the weather's been good today.
Nice.
The matches not so much, bro. If they're gonna do this double match, we were talking about earlier. If we're gonna do these double match day shits, like we need to be able to adjust, or the league needs to be able to adjust the matchups on Friday. We don't get 2 snoozers like we did today. We got to actually at least make one of them worth watching.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely was a quick day. But we got 3 matches tomorrow. We'll obviously give our predictions and everything. But before we get into some matches, let's talk about some updates. One of them is the cruise missile. Did they fix the cruise missile?
It is.
Yes.
Okay, so the cruise missile is fixed. When do you think they'll have
the pro patch though? Not the patch pros.
Right, which leads to so the pros are still getting stunned and moving a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
When is that going to change? Because I hate that.
It should be immediately, but I don't know if they're going to.
I really hope they fix it before the major, because
they'll definitely fix it before the major. I think
it should be an immediate so much better with people actually getting stunned and not just running around.
We will ask and find out, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, we should. If they don't update the game before the major, that is bad. That is very, very bad. So hopefully they can do that. Also wanted to show some love to the Miami Heretics. They announced that they're going to be doing AA Challengers over the same weekend as the major, which I think is a huge W for Miami.
Same venue as well.
Yep, same venue, same everything. They also are discounting the tickets to the event, or what is it, to the event, or is it team passes?
To challengers.
Okay, so the challengers, yeah. So what, the team passes are what, cheaper?
Team passes.
Which is good. So shout out to them. They are also changing up the price of the team passes, which I think is a huge W for Miami. Obviously, there's a lot of talk on whether or not challengers was going to be at the venue or whether it's going to be a different weekend. There was rumors, right, Chris, of it being on another weekend other than
yeah. There was also rumors of it being like an hour drive away from like the actual major venue.
Oh, okay.
Which was crazy.
But yeah, obviously, I got the FC Black guys, so we're definitely looking into getting those guys to the event. So it's going to be a good one. We'll be rooting for them. I don't think there was any other updates, right? I think it was just the cruise missile. I don't think they changed anything, right? Not the guns or anything like that.
No guns, no spawns, nothing.
Just a bug fix that took a week and a half.
Which is sad, because I definitely think the spawns need some tweaking, guys. I think the spawns could be something that could definitely use some help. You think we see a spawn update coming near us anytime soon, or no?
I don't think we'll see anything major until after this season's over for the next like what season 3 is going to be for COD.
Yeah,
Yeah.
With new maps and stuff coming in as well.
All right.
agreed.
All right, sounds good. Let's get into the matches today. We had 2 matches today. We start things off with the Minnesota Rokkr going up against Atlanta FaZe. Minnesota Rokkr, they get 3-0'd here by Atlanta FaZe, and they start this stage 0-4 after a very good stage 1. I mean, Ben, we'll start with you. What were your thoughts on the series today? Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I had to
Scroll
scroll
down to like
Damn.
KDs. Yeah, like
I
KDs
scrolled
are
down. My
rough.
bad. I scrolled down. I looked at the stat sheet.
I mean, listen,
Jump scare, bro.
The jump scare.
Yeah, first map FaZe led wire to wire, won by a little bit over a hill. Map 2, I think, was a little trolly out of both teams. We'll probably break down a few clips from that. The FaZe ended up pulling away at the end, and then a gritty normal invasion control that just went down to the last offense as it always does.
At least it was a collective team effort out of Minnesota. Like that's pretty good.
I'll say this: like, I feel bad for Linz because this is obviously the first time that he's played ATL FaZe. He had a terrible series today. Obviously, the days ahead for him, but I feel for these Rokkr guys. They've now gone through the hardest part of their schedule. We'll talk a little bit later who they're going to play, but the 0-4 coming off of what the loss they had to get out of the tournament. They're on a 5-game losing streak right now. It's just tough, man. It's just a product of the schedule, and they've had some real tough Game 5 losses, although this one definitely did not go to 5 games.
You feel bad for them.
Yeah, because they get fucked by the schedule. Go look at the schedule some of the other teams have.
They're professional players getting shit on. They don't. There's no feeling bad for anybody.
I know, but it's a problem
suck
with the
less.
schedule. I mean, listen, but they've had to play. Listen, other teams have had to play like Carolina, Seattle, whatever. I mean, you can only play who's in front of you. But unfortunately for Rokkr, there's this stage where they played Toronto and FaZe and what? Optic?
Yeah, I mean that's not an ideal schedule, but
Oh,
like
boo-hoo.
those games,
You
those
played
games,
everybody better than you.
Those
Suck
maps,
less.
all those games and those maps were in their hands. They could have easily won like what 2 or 3
It
of
could
those
have been
games.
easily like 2-2 right now.
Exactly. So like you can't even feel bad for them because they should have closed those series out. They know they should have closed those series out and they didn't. So tough shit for this team, but I mean they're just kind of. I feel like this is a regression game, or maybe it's just they got shit on. It's like everyone has those off days, but I'm curious to see where this team is going to be, after this major, because I still think they're probably one of the better lower tier teams, but I don't know. It's just tough when you see a game like this, and whenever their conversation comes up, whether they're like a top 4 or top 5 team now, like it's just I don't know.
They're not.
Well, now they're definitely not with New York.
Yeah,
rising
with
back up.
New York rising back up. Yeah.
I think it's them.
God, I'm so early.
They're in the weird combo, and I cannot believe I'm saying this team's name with like Boston and Vegas for being in that next tier below New York.
That's insane.
That's insane to say about Vegas.
Yeah,
but we
actually,
gotta
it is
tip how
Boston
they
and
played
Vegas,
so
yeah.
far, so.
They're actually not wrong.
Sam, what are your thoughts on the series? FaZe come out, they get a 3-0. Minnesota, I mean, they were able to keep the first. Actually, most of the maps were pretty close. I mean, we did have some good maps in this series. I will say that. The invasion control was a snooze. That was 5 defenses in a row. That map is literally terrible. S&D, there's a couple good clutches from Minnesota, but FaZe, I think, did a little VOD research. They were able to figure it out. I mean, what did you think about the series?
I thought we saw probably Linz's first like pretty shit series on the season. So for that to be a major and a half in is a good sign for these guys. Lamar has a broken finger. That's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, the maps were close, dude. This is just another situation where Minnesota could have closed, just for example, the map 2. I'm sure we'll get into it, but there was like 3 rounds in that were pretty unlosable, and they managed to lose all 3 of them. So
He broke his pinky, right?
yeah, playing basketball,
okay.
I believe. Broke
So
the
that doesn't
pinky.
do anything. That's just
Nah,
on the back.
I mean,
of the
yeah, but if you
controller.
have like a cast on, it can be weird how you hold a controller and stuff like that.
I mean,
that's
it could
gonna
definitely
start-
it could be painful if you hold your controller tight. You know,
But
feel like
regardless,
has
playing
this-
with a broken finger is never.
Has
ideal.
this not been the story of the entire Rokkr team? Like this whole stage, it's like they're just losing the unlosables like every
Wait,
single
where's
time.
the break? Where's the
Where-
break? I don't see no fracture
I
there.
think
I
it's
mean,
the top. You see how the top's kind of like going to the right here? You see how it's like? I don't
have
think
no idea.
it's not holding its shape here, but I could be wrong. I have no fucking idea. I don't know what I'm looking at.
Do we have any doctors in the chat?
Any
But
doctors? Well, they're all
I
going
think
to
First
say
segment.
I think it's
doctors.
definitely
It's just the tip, guys.
Okay.
Nah,
Anyway,
Jesus
there's
Christ.
Chris one such joke for the stream, but I think the Optic series is the one where Rokkr had the most trolls. I think the biggest issue is when the Toronto series, the New York series is, you're going to play good teams. People are going to win their map picks. You're going to get to the 5th map, and you got to show up. And they didn't show up in the series. And the problem is sometimes you regress to the other side, which is you play one of these good teams, you don't have your best day of COD and they just sweep you out in 25, 30 minutes. So I think for Rokkr, they just got to regain. They got some easier opponents coming up, get to winner's bracket and do what you did at the fucking last event and grind it out.
Yeah, 100%.
It was a hairline fracture.
Pat, what were your thoughts on the series? Pat, what were your thoughts on the series?
I'm not surprised. Atlanta FaZe, I don't know if you saw my post, Tom. Well, it wasn't my post, but Deserto had posted it as I clipped it. And I was talking about these FaZe guys. They just gotta get the dog in them, Tom. They gotta understand they are just that much better. Whether they're down 0-2 in a series, 0-4 in a best of 9, whatever it is, they just gotta have that dog in them because they're just better than everybody. So I'm glad to see him whip it out against the Rokkr here, and put him in the red carpet.
What are they whipping out?
Jesus Christ!
The hell? What you talking about?
Yeah, well, what about Minnesota, Pat? I feel like you had a lot to say about them. I mean, what are your thoughts? They went to stage 1. They had a good stage, and now they're online. They had a tough schedule. I mean, Pat, you seem to not care about their schedule. You don't think their schedule means anything? I mean, they did have a tough.
I mean, it's absolutely means something, and it is what it is, Tom. But at the end of the day, I just what this Rokkr team reminds me of, Tom?
What?
Seattle Surge. And there's
Jesus
one
Christ.
common denominator.
Oh no, here we go.
Because if you think about it, this Rokkr team started off this game terrible, and then they caught fire right at the end of stage 1 online. They did okay at the event, and now they're right back on that roller coaster going straight down, Tom. And it reminds me, I mean, Tom, I was doing flanks for over 2 years now, right?
Yep.
And I'm seeing this with Seattle. It was the same thing. It was like they catch these little streaks, they do good, and then bam, they're ass again, and they go on these losing streaks. And yeah, it's like, oh, the matches are close, blah, blah, blah. But, winning streaks, losing streaks, all the same to me personally. Schedule, team comp, don't matter. And so, yeah, I expect that to be the story of this Rokkr team.
The thing is, though, I feel like in terms of their team comp, like maybe less skilled players, but they're kind of the same. Lamar, obviously, he plays his role, but I think he's actually been better in this game, so that might be the only difference. But even back in the old Seattle roster with like Mac, Sib, and Pred, they had one star that was always consistent, and for that team now, it's kind of Linz. Obviously, barring this series, I think Linz has been their most impactful player. And then they had 2 other players that were always up and down. Sib had his moments, but he also had his moments where he would get pooped on, and then Mac obviously had those moments too. So, like team comp wise, they're kind of the same, but with like worse talent, which is probably why you see some of the same issues with the team. But I don't know. It's just the way it is.
I mean, I think at least that Seattle team will put up fights in Game 5. This team has just kind of wilted in a lot of Game 5s they play recently.
Well, that Seattle team was horrific in Search.
They were horrific.
They were, but
They
had
set like
some
the
very
record for the losing streak in S&D.
They had some Game 5s where they gritted out, and they had a couple of tragic losses that year, including the one where someone got the rando hip fire. I think the key problem for Seattle during the split so far is how terrible they've been in Invasion and Karachi maps. Like, we've seen that triple Invasion get out because teams are kind of, they did against Boston and FaZe, and I don't know if it's really playing in their hands right now because across those maps, I think they've won a control in both, and then I don't think they've won a hard point either. And I think they've won maybe one search, and I think it was like an Invasion a couple series ago. They got to get better. They got to get a deeper map pool because they are not great Skid Row. They're iffy at Skid Row. Sorry, they're not that great sub base. They don't play Karachi hardpoint. Their map pool is a little bit tiny, but as I keep mentioning, I mean, here are the next 3 teams they play: Thieves, Seattle, and Miami. It's not exactly the deepest opponents in the league. So like Major 1, they might just go on their fucking winning streak, and then I don't know what the fuck to think. Maybe Pat's right. Maybe they're the ultimate Six Flags Great Adventure fucking roller coaster team.
To go one, Benjay. Let's keep it going. Let's move on to some clips here. So one of them here was the first round in the S&D. I love the setup here from FaZe. I just think a BZ can't die here, and we've seen this even yesterday in challenges. Major Maniac almost clutched a 1v3 in this same situation. Now, this is a pretty default setup. 1 square, 1 tractor, right? On a 2v1 when the bomb goes down. Abe just ends up over-challenging. Here was good shots here from Big Wake. He was able to find an angle and take out a BZ. And then he also, this was really good centering from Big Wake. I don't know how he knew he was there. I don't know if he saw him. I think
he saw his name when he shouldered there. He might have seen.
I think he saw his name. Yeah, I think he saw his name.
That.
And Mud Dog was trying to tell me in the watch party that he jump spotted him. But I was like, where did he jump?
Nah, I think when he goes for the wide shoulder on the left, he sees his name. Like,
no, that makes sense.
He might have saw it.
Yeah, that was really weird. But if you're Atlanta FaZe, would you play that any differently or what? If anything, maybe Abe just can't get
I mean,
picked and wait for Simp
I
to
think
call
there's
it.
only one way to clutch this situation, and it's if the guy where Abe is dies, how Wake kills him. Like you just need to make. If
Yeah.
Abe never dies, this is unclutchable.
Yeah.
But we've seen it time and time again. You just go to the tank to make sure that the guy that's on the tractor can't team shot you, and
Yeah.
you just play your one on one.
That's just how these maps and situations are going to turn out though. As like the game progresses, I called it. Remember, I was like, "Yo, you know the setup. Like like this is literally the typical 2v1 setup or 2v2 setup, whatever the hell you play it." The only thing that Sim could have probably done is he stays on the tractor. So a lot of people don't know that. Well, they probably do, but if you just sit behind the tractor, you can basically pre-aim people through it and like see their gamer tag the whole time, like
Yeah,
even
you
without the
shoot through
glass.
the glass
So
too.
it's like you're fucking walling basically. So he could have just probably played around that and then maybe made Wake get into the open, especially with the limited time he had. But yeah, that's probably the only thing I would have.
I assume
done
Chris
different.
because he thought that Wake was weak. He was just trying to catch him on offie, and then Wake obviously just kind of outplayed.
I really
him.
don't even hate the wide shot. He just got unlucky that he probably saw his name.
He
there.
had him one shot.
Actually, don't
I think
hate
he tried
the
to
wide shot.
catch him just off guard, put an off angle. But yeah, you could see through the glass and shoot through it. I mean, the tractor is a power position. But then we get into the next round. And Lens, I mean, I like how they're playing this 2v3. We were all sitting there in the watch party like, oh man, this is good. This could work for Minnesota here. But then Lens, I think what Lens needs to do here is just play a corner and just wait for them to run by him. Instead, he jumps out the window, and you can
I
see
mean, if he
his
just sat in that
reaction,
window
too.
where he was prior to when the clip started, like literally that angle right here, just in this, like he's never gonna get cleared. Like they're not gonna go top American and clear him here.
No.
Did
They're
they
gonna
know
run
he
right in
was
front of him.
here like at all?
No,
Like,
No idea. They had
did not
zero
know.
clue.
No idea. There's
Zero
no clue.
clue.
And you can
I
see
mean, the way
even-
they're playing it, they just have. It looks like they know somebody's probably in their spawn though.
No, this
Like,
is how
I would
they
ass-
this
I
is
would
how they
assume
played the
people
whole
try-
map.
I assume people
Yeah,
try
really?
to search.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm certain Linz is not the first person to try this in a game, and therefore they're like, just trying to wrap through it. But I agree with the sentiment. If Linz plays a corner here, he probably gets away, and then kind of play the timings and sort of prevent them from really getting a
mean,
defuse.
I mean,
That's probably the more
2v3, you get pushed up into a good spot like that. I mean, he should 100% play the corner there.
That's probably the more consistent play, sure, but like at the same time, he's kind of just shouldering for info. That way, if he doesn't see anybody there, he knows the push is going to come in through the front, and he can like better prepare himself to help Wake. I just think he gets like some terrible timing, and like obviously he jumps out the window a little bit, overexposes himself, and then dies. So, I mean, I don't mind him scouting for info because at the end of the day, like if he gets that info and nobody's there, like then he can further help Wake, right? So he's trying to be a little bit more of a team player here by doing this instead of like trusting that like.
Yeah, but he can
the
get
push is
info
gonna come
without
from
having to
somewhere
jump
else.
through the window.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. That's why I
You
said
know?
it's just like he jumped at the window. That's like the bad thing.
Yeah, a little bit of a misplay there. I thought that could have been around to Minnesota, and they would have been able to push the 2v3 because Linz got pushed up into a good spot there. But
Well,
FaZe-
this happened a couple of times this map because I don't know if you have the clip of the last round, but the last round.
Yeah, we'll
with
get
the
there. I'm going in
post-plant
order.
setup Linz kind of tweaked, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going in order here, Ben.
Okay.
I got it.
Sorry,
Uh,
I'm
and
stepping
then-
in your way.
And then we got
El
big.
producer.
Then we
Yeah.
got big Wake here. Okay, so this is a 2-3 round. This is where, again, FaZe was able to break their setup, and this was the same thing. They had Lamar playing Deep Palace. Look how far away Minnesota are in this 2v1. So I was saying here that I think after Big Wake plants this bomb, okay, because he planted it so Lamar can see it, right, from Palace.
Yeah, you can see.
Okay, so why doesn't Big Wake just back up into ice cream and just get close to Lamar and just play around Lamar? Because he
Throw
ends up
shoulders
just,
at the street.
yeah, just like get back, just get if Lamar can see bomb, then just get out of there.
Lamar can't really see it from there. Like the only
Can you
thing
see it
that
from top American or no? From
No,
like where he
no, it
planted?
has to be
So he planted
wider.
incorrectly then. 'Cause
yeah,
he should be 100% planning for that angle.
Yeah, it's just risky because you can get shot from like deep on the street. The only thing that they could have potentially done here is if he backs up and gets into ice cream and plays the off angle.
Well, even
he
if
could
Lamar
probably
can't see
shoot
it,
the corner of the bomb.
I still think he should have backed off because playing the one how he did after you play it, even if Lamar can't see it, it's still
I
it's
don't
still
know
a
if
poor
he
play.
can. He might be able to. I don't think he can.
I think
Like,
that's. I think if he can see it or not,
the
it's
way
irrelevant. I think he
that
just
they were
didn't play
setting
with
it
his
up,
teammate.
I mean, at this point, if you're Big Wake and Lamar's pushed up Palace, you have to plan it for him. So if they didn't
Yeah.
plan it for
Put
him,
it this way, if
then-
Lamar could see it from American, why did he jump down and try and chow them on the site?
I think
Yeah, right.
he can see it from the wall, like the barricade wall, like along the street. I'm pretty sure. But even then, if the guy like prones behind it or like crouches and like stretches the bomb, like he's not killing him off it. So either way, it's just done. Once Wake dies, it's
Yeah.
over.
And this is also an ace from Abizi. He was on a 10 streak in the S&D, just literally running at people.
He
Just to
started
get-
0-3 and got 10 straight.
yeah, he started 0-3, and then he ended up 10-3 at some point during the map. I think he ended off with how much, like 14, 15? I don't know. He had a lot of kills. He had
13,
a-
13
Yeah,
something.
13.
Had
Yeah.
13 kills to end it. So good job from Abizi in this map. But there's another setup from Minnesota that I was just confused about. And then we go over to the 2-4 round. Now, this is just me tipping Lamar. I mean, we just got to take a look at this. This was an insane play from Lamar. So you can see now it's a 2v4 situation. Lamar finds one, finds two, makes it a 2v2, but insta hops the bomb in the 2v2. Vivid goes down. Nobody from Atlanta FaZe is checking bomb. Simp goes to check it, but it's too late. Lamar gets the defuse, and they're able to clutch the 2v4. What a play from Lamar. That was an insane play.
Back it up. Did Chris just get bad timing on him crossing courtyard? I think that's what happened, right?
So yeah, he shot at. He had to turn for Wake.
Well, he just didn't want to get. He didn't want to check the bomb and get shot on the side from Cafe.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't want to look at it right away.
Yeah.
Because he knew he was
Was
in there, and
kinda
if he
top
peeks
low.
the mid door and he's looking at the bomb, he's a free kill.
Yeah, you can see MC, BZ and MC, they get taken down. Simp turns to get mid. As soon as he turns to get mid, Lamar slides the bomb, and then Simp checks. He shoots him off of it, but he's just a second too late. And Lamar was able to get the defuse. So really big plays coming in from Lamar. I mean, these are big rounds, man. This is a close map, and all these rounds matter. So, and then we go into the last and final round. And this is the 3v3 situation. Minnesota had the bomb down. This is the spot that Linz ended up picking up to watch the pins. Did you guys like the spot here from Linz?
I love this spot.
You like this spot? I was a little worried that FaZe was just going to push out Broken and clear this all out. I just thought they were going to clear it out. I was worried.
Yo,
Which
by the
they
way,
ended up pretty much doing. Go ahead, Pat.
Am I faded, or was this not a spot in the original game? Like this
I'm
was
pretty sure
this
there
was
a
like walled
balcony,
off,
like
right?
a walled off balcony.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I was crazy for a second.
Yeah.
That is. But I like this spot because the only way to clear it is jumping. Like if someone goes to the balcony, because I've played that a lot in S&D, and you don't really get like the red name shit through the wall if you're top blue. Like he can't really see you. So the only way to actually clear the spot is if one you're playing too far out, so your gun is sticking out, or someone actually goes on the balcony.
Yeah.
But I think if he hadn't moved, I think he might have
Lamar
done
had
it.
his
Probably
cross as well. I think Lamar had
went
his
up the
spawn cross.
stairs. So Draws actually goes into the treehouse.
I honestly
so, like,
kind of tip how like thorough FaZe is being here with clearing everything. It's
No, they're
kinda
playing it
crazy.
well.
They're
Yeah.
checking everything, dude.
Lamar had the cross. I think he was giving Linz the info. I think he was giving Linz the info, and I think he called him out. And then Linz, I don't know. I think Linz just got stuck. I think he was kind of fucked there because Draza was pinching him. He had two guys coming CD, so he was screwed. And then you have FaZe in a 3v2, just swarming these guys on site. I mean, it was just another retake from FaZe where Minnesota probably could have won this round. If you're Minnesota Rokkr, would you have changed anything or just win your fights next time?
Play the post plants differently. I mean, they had 3 post plants they lost on
Yeah.
B-bomb. That's the entire map. You
Yeah.
can't lose that many.
I agree. Way too many rounds that they're doing the hard part, getting the bomb down. They're just not closing it out. But any thoughts on the map number 2, guys, or any map on the series? I don't have much clips, guys. The control was a snooze.
There were still a couple of rounds. I think FaZe is on a little bit of a tough streak in search right now. And tossing 4v3s, they closed they kind of threw a couple of them on this map with their bloods. You want to see them be a little bit cleaner. They get extremely punished by some better search teams, but overall they found a way to win that map.
I do like the way that they were adapting though, because prior invasion S&Ds, they would get their bloods, and they really wouldn't have a game plan. They would just kind of hold. But there was a couple of rounds throughout that whole map where they would get a kill in insta group, just like a death ball. We saw it in both of the 2v2 post plants.
Yeah.
They just run around together and get kills. So I think that was like something they probably focused on in practice. So I like the proactivity that they were playing that map with as opposed to earlier in the stage. For sure.
One thing with the hard point, and this is something that I've been noticing a lot with FaZe's hard point, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, but sometimes when they're breaking hills, I feel like they take way too long. Like they'll get the first kill, they'll get the entry, and then I feel like when you just need them to do that next step and do it fast, they wait a few seconds and it ends up killing them because then the guy off spawn just gets back into the play and then it's kind of just chalked. Here's an example of that. You can see FaZe. They're doing a great job. Love the routes from FaZe. They're working pinches. They're pinching this next hard point. And they get the first blood here. You can see Simp. He gets traded out. Boom. MC's there. He's got another player with him right behind him. And look how long it kind of takes him. So you can see we got the two. They're both waiting, just waiting. And eventually, number 3 is right back into play again. Before they make their push, number 3, who they just killed, is already killing them again off spawn and getting back to the point.
So this one's interesting because it might be kind of on Draws. He didn't really shimmy. Maybe he had info before this, but Chris actually comes up a spawn and runs past him, and Draws just keeps holding that angle.
I'm gonna be
So-
honest. It's also on number 6. He's a guy collecting scrap time. He needs to go blue and like not like he doesn't necessarily need to force the 1v1, but he definitely needs to like
show, yeah.
try to show presence there. If not, like try to get control of it because that makes anybody on hill and anybody watching blue just kind of have to make multiple decisions. And when nobody hits blue, like they just have everything. Like even if they are pinching this, they have to cross number 1 sight line, the guy in the hill, and they're just going to get crossfired regardless of how quickly they do it. It's going to be a scrappy engagement regardless, and Minnesota has positioning. That blue part of the map on this hill is just so important, and they don't even go there. So regardless if they took too long, they just didn't even go for the primary thing that you want when breaking.
Vivid
They
is
do- they
also
do end
out
up
in the
getting,
open
like-
here. Vivid's whole back, I think, is exposed
Yeah.
to like that white van and shit. Like if Abe
Yeah.
and MC just get that blood and just collapse on hill and everybody just collapses here, I mean, this should be a break. And this should be a free kill onto Vivid from either Abe or MC. Just shoot him in the back. Granted, that's hindsight. They didn't know he was there. I'm just saying if they just got
That's
the
just
kill
the
in the
correct play, though. It's not even hindsight. Like,
you know what I mean. Like I just
Yeah.
if
That-
they
like, the
would
break
have
would've
made
gone
the,
better if
yeah,
they played it
if they
optimally.
played it how they should have, this would have been a kill, and then they would have killed this guy, and then it would have been flawless. It
I mean,
would've been a flawless
MC
break.
MC like full pinched gate for no reason instead of just like throwing shoulders on cop car and stuff too, which threw off a lot of the timings. Like I agree with Chris. I think the primary reason they didn't break here is Tyler going around and not going boxes for an extra angle. But if you notice, MC comes through ult and then just refloods like all the way around gate instead
Yeah.
of working the ramp with Tyler.
And he's playing
I
this
think that
guy off
throws off some
spawn again.
timings.
Like he's playing the guy off spawn again. Like after you get that first kill, you got to play kills on point first. And then as soon as you get those kills, spawn, like, you know, stay down and play for the guy coming off spawn. You know where he's coming from. You know, at least that's the way I look at it. And this is obviously one example, but do you guys feel like this happens a lot with Atlanta FaZe? The situations like this here when they're trying to break hills? I feel like I've seen this a few times where it's like I'm watching and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. They're taking the routes. Everything looks good. They get a kill, they get 2 kills, but then they just kind of like, I don't know. It's like they're
Does
stuck in the
anyone have
mud.
their like break percentage over on hardpoint, like in general?
It
Like, in
wasn't.
Hardpoint?
It
That's a Ben J
wasn't.
question.
I've asked for it and nobody seems to be able to send me a sheet for it, which is interesting. But
Yeah, I don't want to say it's
Uh,
not good, but like if you, what you're saying is true, Tom, like, and from what my memory serves, I don't feel like it's very good.
they are, from last I checked, and again, I don't have the sheet because I think people are just hoarding the info on it. They've been a very good holding team in this
Holding
team. They've been
team.
like, but the
They're
breaks
just good
they've
from
been,
playing
they've
ahead,
been
bro.
mid-pack. Yeah.
They're
And I
very
mean, to
good
be
at
fair to
playing
that-
ahead.
To be fair to that hill, I think they ended up being the last 20 and they ended up winning the team fight on P5. They kind of blew them out on the P1s really bad on this map. Like they ended up winning by over 60 points. But
Yeah,
I
they
agree
played
with
the map
Tom,
good.
sometimes they just don't like. I think their issue always in Hardpoint, it's been this way for 5 years, is they play like 10 really good minutes of Call of Duty in a Hardpoint game and not 12. And instead of blowing people out by 120, they win by like 30 or 40 when they should be winning a little more decisively in the middle of the maps. That's always been their issue, not really closing people out.
Yeah, not Dub8 in the chat said their comms are shit. They don't know where people are with direction. I can almost guarantee you that Atlanta FaZe knows where everybody is for the most part on the map and knows when they're coming off spawn, where they're coming from. But I would say I mean, you saw MC. He picked up the kill off spawn. Like, he played for it, which is the problem. I don't want them playing this for kills off spawn. I just want them to hit the point after they get the blood.
I mean, they just get it like too many kills. Like I mean,
Agreed.
people chat's gonna cook me, but like, bro, they outslayed him by almost 30, and they barely won the map. Like, if you're outslaying by 30, if Toronto's outslaying by 30, they're winning the map by 120 points.
I don't know if
I
they barely won the
agree.
map.
I
They won.
agree,
They won
bro.
by.
Bro,
they won by almost a minute.
They
Is
won
that
by
barely?
60 on Rio, which is like not insane.
The margins on Rio are very tight usually. That's actually why there normally is.
Bro, Ben, they almost outslayed by 30 kills. If Toronto outslays by almost 30, they win the
Yeah,
map by
they-
over 100
they-
points.
Let me
This
is the
tell
map
you
one
what the
stat
difference
sheet here.
on Rio right now. for
That is
teams.
insane.
Regardless, that's still a conversation we've had about this team for a while. They
Let's
kind of just
see.
kill war sometimes, and like they're not as effective at utilizing the kills they
problem is
get.
I just don't like. The problem is it's so situational because you might get a lot of kills because other teams just fucking face smashing when you're holding. Like there's just
Nah,
context
hold
on the kills. There's so much fucking, especially on Karachi.
But this guy,
you
bro,
farm a lot of kills
he
on
went
Karachi.
17 and 30.
Bro,
and they
MC's
won by
30
a
and 16, Ben. MC's 30 and 16.
You're
He's
not
double
gonna- Ben,
positive. He has almost a 2.0. 35
you are
and
not
22,
winning.
a
If
If this is a
1.6
Toronto
from
scoreboard,
Toronto.
Ben, the map is a 100-point club. that is my point.
This is insane. They one.
Yeah, if they didn't troll the two P3s, they went by 150 on this map. But
But guess what? They fucking did.
Yeah,
What
they
the
did.
hell they fuck up on this map? What they
Doesn't
split
matter.
times on the P3s?
That's not the point.
P5?
the
Well,
point,
we,
Ben.
we just watched a P4 break where they fucked up personally. That was a P4. That was the second P4.
I feel like some of the standards being applied here is kind of wild. This team,
No,
like,
it's not, bro. It's not wild. How? Wait, you're saying that the standards we are applying to a top 2 team is insane?
when we
brother,
see Rios that end with
we are
20 or
criti-
30-point differentials.
Yeah,
You're
but that is
saying
They're not
65.
outslaying by
they're not
30,
outslaying
Ben.
by 30,
It's
bro.
a whole different ball. It's a whole different map.
What?
But you said the map was close and it fucking wasn't. They led the
60
whole
points
time.
for a 30
They led-
outslay margin
they led
is
start to finish
close,
in this
Ben.
Map. They led start to finish in this map.
It
At
doesn't
no
matter,
point
bro.
were they
Ben,
trailing.
Ben,
At
Ben,
no point.
I
Brother
will-
in Christ, get a grip, Ben. They
I don't
outslaid by
think you're
30
getting-
fucking kills
we can
and
move
won
on,
by
bro.
1 hill.
30 kills. That is enough kills.
That is
for an
one
entire
hill,
person.
Ben.
That's an entire human being worth of kills that is playing well on the map.
Yeah,
Dude.
no, I think, Ben, it's
can move
very
on.
it's very situational from map to map. Like you can't compare other series to this map. It's all every map. It's its own series. It's its own map. And in this map, it was
Squeaky.
clear as day that FaZe, bro, MC's 30 and 16, bro. It 35
the
and
average
22.
35 and
listen,
22.
So
listen, the
1.9,
average point
1.6.
differential on Rio right now is less than 20 seconds.
Ben,
This
I
map
don't. We're
was-
talking about
was
this
kinda
map,
wild.
Ben. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about the average differential. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about what I watched today.
Dude,
It's
kill-wise,
over. We'll move on.
they had 5v4 worth
I
of
watched a
kills.
I watched a map with you, and definitely.
Then
on
you don't know
P1s,
what you're
they're
talking
getting
about then,
fucked-
because
Rokkr
that
getting
map,
fucking
if
slammed
that's
on
what you
P1s
got
and
from that map,
P5s.
you are smoking
and
the good
P3s.
shit, brother.
Well,
They
I-
lost by
sometimes-
one fucking hill.
Sometimes the standard on this shit is crazy, but it's all good. We can move on.
I
No,
kind of agree
let's
with
have a
Ben.
conversation, Ben. What's crazy about it?
Bro, how is this?
Pat,
What's
you
not even
agree?
that?
Pat,
Bro,
Pat,
I-
let Pat go. Pat, you have the Pat. What do you think about the situation? Let's get some COD analysis from the Slayer, right? What did you think about the clip I showed with Atlanta FaZe? What did you think about the map? What do you think about the argument right now, Pat? Go ahead.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna. I don't agree with Ben, guys. I was kidding. I think Ben's off the absolute pack. Hennessy, something
Ben.
serious.
Listen, like I'm all for big picture stuff, but that map right there, for the amount of kills that they had, if that is the Toronto Ultra, they are winning by over 100 points, point blank period.
And also, this is not like a thing where it's like you said the standard that is being applied to this team. Yeah, no shit, we're gonna apply them this standard. They are a top 2 team in the world for the most part. They should be better than they are at being what is the word, efficient with their kills.
Which
period.
I literally made the point that they need to close maps. Yet they won this Rio by like
No one's
3
saying
times the
closing
differential
maps.
on average on this map. But it's all
No
good.
one's talking about
It's okay.
closing
We'll
maps.
move
We're
on.
saying
We'll
they-
move on.
It's
We'll
all-
agree to
it's all
disagree.
good.
We'll
They
agree
won
to
by 60
disagree.
points, and we're saying
It's
a
okay.
close
It's
fucking
all right.
map.
We can disagree. It's
On
fine.
Rio, I'm actually mind blown.
It's
I
fine.
think the problem here is that Ben. I don't think we're saying that it's a close map. I think we're saying
No,
it
we
shouldn't have
literally
been
did
as
say it
close.
was a close
No,
map.
no, no.
That's
Because
what
it
I'm
shouldn't
getting
have
at.
been.
I think
We
the
literally
point
did say
that I think the point that's being made is that it should have
Well,
been a blowout
yeah,
with
that's the
this kill
point.
differential. That's the
Should have
point.
been a blowout.
Honestly, what kept Rokkr in with the P4s, if FaZe had actually gotten like 2 of the initial breaks on P4s, they would have won by a substantial amount on this map. Every other hill on this one was not amazingly close.
Okay, let's move on. We've been going in circles about this. Everybody can formulate their own opinions. Let us know in the comment section what you guys think. Let's move on to the next series. We have the Seattle Surge
Oh my god.
getting absolutely pooped on by the Toronto Ultra. This was
Alec
a
went positive.
quick 3-0. This was a quick
Is he-
3-0.
Listen, bro. I'm not trying to start a narrative
But
by any means. But is he starting to stat now that this team is this dog shit?
I mean, bro, what do you want him
it's
to
a
do, though,
question.
Pat? Pat, what do you want him to do?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying like, I mean, trust me, I understand his team's got no chance. But I'm just wondering, like, is he just trying to make sure he's going positive?
I think the
that's what-
Seattle Surge sub players are all over the fucking map. I think these
I don't
guys
disagree
are
with you.
fucking crazy. These guys can't stop.
They're all horrible, Tom. There's no doubt about
Okay.
it. I was just more so saying, is Alec just like at that? You know, when you're like, you get to that point where it's like, yo, my team is ass. Like,
Let me slow it
just
down.
start going a
Start
little
playing my
positive.
kills.
Yeah, just start going a few, get some kills on the board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, maybe. I mean, listen, I definitely think Alec has had to adjust. I think just as a squad right now, this team is not meshing. And I don't know what they're going over in practice. Bro, they got 3-0 today. I loaded up rank play with Doug Sensor Martin and Zeke Carbone, and I was playing the whole fucking Seattle Surge after they got 3-0'd in rank
But you
play.
played him after I got off.
Bro, all three. Hook,
That's the
Brezzy,
problem. They've been scrimming in rank play.
No.
Played some goddamn pro teams.
Hook, Brezzy, and Abuza. I played them in rank play with purple fire. They all had purple flames. So I said, what the
Jesus
fuck is
Christ.
going on? I said, bro, if I just got 3-0'd, you would not see me on rank play an hour later if we just got 3-0'd. I'd probably be in a TeamSpeak call or something with the squad watching VOD, like trying to figure out what the hell's going on and probably losing full. I think Jamie Insight was in somebody's chat. Like, yeah, no, you won't catch me on ranked if I just got slammed 3-0. Like, you won't catch me there.
I mean, Tom, this is a team that's won 9 respawns the whole year across both stages. Like they're just probably just a broken team. They just
Well, they set the control losing streak
And
record today, right?
why did they drop their best player?
For
Their-
non-COD
you guys
reasons.
keep asking this, and none of us know the answer.
For
so why the
non-COD
fuck do we
reasons.
keep asking?
Nah,
the
we know
question?
the answer. We know the
We know
answer.
So
the
like,
answer.
what a stupid fucking thing to ask.
It's
Obviously, they love
important.
that vendor. Like, nobody knows the fucking answer to the question. Stop fucking
I
asking
don't,
it every
but
show.
I don't think they would love to have Ender. Is my point though. I think we as the community
They're better
believe
with Ender,
they would. Yeah, obviously, I think we as a community know that, think that, but I don't think this team internally thinks that. I don't know, Sam. What do you think?
Bro, this topic needs to sail. He ain't coming back, and he got pushed off the team for non-COD related reasons. There's nothing to talk about. He's gone off the roster. These
he's
guys
gone.
suck. Period.
And
Well,
I
then
think,
the
listen,
franchise is chalked.
Let's
Yeah.
get some lines here, right? Like they brought in Brezzy, obviously, is team with and friends with the Boots in the past. So they're probably trying to link a little bit of the chem. I think watching this team play, first off, they weren't a good respawn team in Major 1, so it's not like there's a massive regression when they had. They were fucking
That was
terrible.
par for the course for the respawns.
They were bad at hardpoint and bad at control to begin with Ender. Without Ender, they've gotten obviously a little bit worse. You watch them play, especially control, and it just doesn't seem like all 4 players are on the same page.
I don't know if you
the
heard me
minute another
earlier. They
team
set the
stacks
losing
on
streak
them-
today.
Yes,
record.
and the minute
They'll say they
one
got a little bit
control-
worse. They got like a top 6 placing. These guys are
Yeah.
dead last. They are the
Bro.
worst team.
They also had a
we've seen
different member
play.
of their
You
roster.
watch them play control, and teams stack the point on them, and they do not know what to do. They don't know how to recognize how fast they need to move when teams are stacking on them. Like they are just so
Watching control
fundamentally
these guys is like
behind.
driving slowly
bro,
by a
that
car
team's
crash.
So bad. Exactly, bro. It's so fucking bad.
No, actually, no.
Dude, like a team on offense will like double cap a point, and Seattle's like, "Yo, we've never seen this before, bro. Like, what the fuck are we supposed to do?" And they just
Yeah.
cap the point.
That's fucking insane. I mean,
It's
if you are the Seattle Surge Slayer, I'm talking to you, Pat. What would you do moving forward? I mean, would you look to make some more roster changes? I mean, even the desk was talking about it on the watch party today. I mean, what would you do? With
Yeah, I'm cleaning house. I'm
You're
keeping
cleaning
Abuza.
house.
He's my main AR, and I'm building from there.
All right, clean house, Abuza main AR, build from there. That's what you would
Yep.
do.
Yep.
You guys would do the same thing, Ben, Sam, Chris. Would you guys do the same?
I mean, the problem is, I mean, you probably have to. I don't think Abuza has played phenomenal this split. They got in huge regression out of
I mean,
Kyler.
he's just not
think
in an
you
optimal
probably-
position.
I think you probably still give Brezzy a run, but I just don't know if Seattle's going to blow it up in that way. To be honest, I don't know if they're going to think that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably should, because this team comp was barely working when they had Ender, and
I'm
like,
just
obviously took
curious.
them out.
They have to have like a system, right? There has to be something. Like what is going on in their practice sessions? I would love to just know, to just see.
Probably
Like,
getting fucking slammed.
I don't think
They're
that
not
they have
gonna
had a
ask
single productive day of practice in weeks, probably.
yeah, you're probably right, but why the way we've been seeing them play, but. Yeah, this was ended up being a 3-0. And then on the other side with Toronto, I think they look great again. I mean, Toronto always looks good, even in the listening. We could tune in. There was back-to-back listenings in the first map. I'll pull them up. But, Ben, what did you think about Toronto? And what do you think about them? 'Cause
I
they
think
look
the
insane.
the only thing with Toronto is they did have to reverse sweep in that Karachi control. And that's the one game mode with them in this split that I think there is a little bit of stuff they need to work on there. But other than that, like I thought the S&D was fairly clean against a solid search team. And then the hard point, like Scrap his fucking feet kicked up all map and they won by like 100. So
Yeah.
can't complain about that on a Karachi.
Yeah. Sam, what did you think about Toronto?
I mean, you could just tell that they weren't like going 120. I mean, dude, there were rounds in the search where they were like running at them, and then they would lose 2 straight, and they're like, all right, time to like get a kill, and then they wouldn't die the next few rounds. Or like the hard point, they started out down 80-0, and Tom and I are both like, okay, this is the part where they're like, all right, let's shoot our guns now. And Seattle got 12 points the rest of the map.
Yeah.
Like, I think this was genuinely just Toronto. Like, this was a close series, but I actually don't think this was close at all. Like, once Toronto realized, like, yeah, we should probably start shooting our guns now, Seattle lost.
You see that a lot with top teams too. I feel like people come out and they're like, all right, we're playing Toronto. We got to come out, give it everything we got, come out, win this match. They come out with so much passion, so much energy that they go up in the first map for a little bit. But then as the game goes on, you could just tell Toronto is just laser focused, especially when we went into the listening. Let's tune in with a listening with Toronto Ultra, and we also got a listening from Seattle, so we can go back and forth and kind of compare the two. But I always think Toronto Ultra's got nice listenings. Let's tune in.
Weak P1. Yo, 2 in red, 2 top red, I think.
They're going red.
Yeah, 2 there.
Oh, there's 2 balk. I'm just living.
I spawn back. Yeah, you're good. Go across. Look, someone look my top.
I'll look top now.
They're gonna go left.
2 top red. Go on. Another one there. One's diner.
Yeah, one's one out. Oh, right now. I'm going new, bro. They
Red,
go
top red.
Mid alley's open right now.
2 top red. Last 2 top red. I'm off streak.
I'm going bridge, by the way, okay?
Yeah, I'm coming left to you, Toby.
Top's out. He see me. I have a sub.
Nothing shouted, top red. It could be mid lane as well.
Top red, child mid.
So I'm playing slow for a kill here.
Top church. Like, lane long.
Hey, I'm nading long.
Gonna fight. Oh, dead. Dead.
Go
One
for it,
top
Jared.
bridge. He just killed me. Yo, low scaff on you, Dill.
Are you?
He's gonna climb. I think it's Hugh.
See him?
Definitely
I'll
low
see him.
scaff.
He's gonna be top 3. Oh,
Climb.
it's bridge.
Right,
Frenzy.
bridge.
Climb.
Yeah, the time, my bad.
Climb is weak, 1 red.
Okay, take our time here.
Yeah,
I'm nading time.
top red. Let's go left. He's gonna be
Nothing
bridge, yeah?
peeking further now.
Gonna be
Okay.
bridge as well.
2% bridge.
All right, that's going to do it for the Toronto Ultra listening. Let's pull up the Seattle Surge listening, and then we'll give our thoughts. Let's see how Seattle sounded. Let's do it.
Bridge, watch out, bridge steps.
Top okay? Blink super slow.
Absolute top AC. Absolute top AC.
Jamie got you, okay?
Okay,
Jamie got you.
okay.
Two on those.
Go new, we're good.
I'm in throw.
Two on. Yep. You they go topper?
Wait, low,
Yeah,
low
I'll just
key.
main
Yo,
throw, guys.
I'm
I'll just
pinching
main
right,
throw.
I'm pinching right.
I got Chobi on the fucking on the back.
One best already. What's that? Yeah, but is that? I'm on his people.
I'm starting my back.
I get time.
You have time? Alright.
I'm watching my main.
Okay, we're missing inside
Top
and
pad,
cleaners.
top light inside.
I'm gonna try to play
Where's
top
Spawn?
high.
I'm
I'm watching my balcony.
I spawned out.
Oh,
Wait,
wait,
I'll just
back
wait
to
for
the hill, back to the hill, back to the hill.
Okay.
You just play close.
Main close to you guys. Was main.
Back dump inside.
I'm behind him, get him. I'm behind
So
him.
now flip.
On time. One shot clinics.
I got top single, okay?
Yeah, we're good.
He's close to
We saw now.
Yeah.
Nej, make it.
I tried
Take your
to
time, Kulla. I spawn back right.
Spawning with
Breaking from
you.
mid.
Bottom red.
We have to play that shit together.
I'm on bottom right.
All righty, and that's going to do it for the listening for the Seattle Surge. I mean, Sam, we'll start with you. You've always had very good comms throughout your career.
Thank you, Tom.
I think a lot of people always gassed up your comms. What did you think about the listenings?
I loved Toronto's. I think it's like slow, so some people might not think that it's like super proactive with a lot of detail, but like the things that they are saying is like the important stuff. Whereas like if you compare it to Seattle, there's a lot of like repetition in the comms and a lot of like basically information that your teammates can do nothing with. And like if you listen to Toronto, Jamie talked about playing streaks. Toby went left, called out that he had a sub, couldn't play the gunfight correctly. Dill called out he was going to help him. There was a lot of just like the information that is being relayed is always important with Toronto, and there's no clutter. And that's why I love listening to them. And then you switch to Seattle. I actually really didn't think their listening was horrible. There was like a little bit of repetition, but like Kyler actually called out he was pinching. Like there was a couple things in that listening compared to obviously the yo-yo-yos from the previous ones. I really didn't hate their listening. Obviously Toronto was just like S tier fucking bar none, but yeah, I liked both of them for the situation Seattle was in. I didn't hate it.
Their comms were not bad, but that play was fucking horrible.
Oh no, it was horrific, but at least he called it.
He went and hit that guy on old and made his team what otherwise would have been a 4v3 hold with position on new, holding a 3v3, and Toronto got that pick, and then it turns into a 3v2, and they break that hill.
And Toby made an insane play during that
because when you're doing that, there's certain hills where it's not bad to do because there's limited areas of the map that they can come from. On that hill, with Hook pinching that, he essentially leaves all of bottom bending, all of top AC, top, bottom red, top fucking bedroom.
Yeah, he should have just rotated, Chris.
There's so much for all of Seattle.
Well, he could
to
get the same
watch.
kill by cutting the lane in a shorter way and also be closer to the trades.
Yeah, that's
like
a
the pinch is
player-
irrelevant.
That's a player you can pick up after the first, after.
Yeah.
He's literally collecting scrap time. He's essentially useless. If you get that kill, like you don't really benefit from it.
Yeah.
in my opinion. So I don't know. He just put too much pressure on his team and they collapsed. It's just terrible.
Yeah, no, 100%. Pat, you good? You good now?
Yeah. Just had to
All
grab
right,
something.
man. All right, guys, any final thoughts on the series? Obviously, Toronto Ultra, they come out 3-0 Seattle. I think all of us predicted that one, to be honest with you. I think...
Yeah, the breaking point prediction tweet, you guys know the one they always do, have me just
so
phase
bad.
Toronto across the board.
yeah, everybody...
That shit killed me.
Well, so Toronto's next match is against FaZe this weekend, which will
I
be a
can't
fucking
wait for
banger.
that. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Seattle's remaining schedule: LAG, Minnesota, Vegas, and Boston. It's not good, man.
One more time?
LAG.
Yeah.
Ricky here, LAG. Rokkr,
Ricky
Vegas,
here.
and Boston.
Okay.
So I just maybe they win one of those remaining ones, and then we'll see about losers bracket. But they may walk out of the split with 0 and/or 10.
Well, if they're
Maybe.
gonna get wins, I mean, this is where to do it though.
That's
If-
LAG, yeah.
I mean,
LAG's not a good search team.
against all
like-
these guys. I mean, they just played Toronto. I mean, they're gonna have to get wins somewhere. I mean, you might as well get them on mid-pack teams that are in the middle of the
Bro,
standings right now.
I mean,
Prove me
Rokkr,
wrong
Vegas,
by any
and
means,
Boston
but
are all
those
like
guys-
6 or 8. So
Bro, prove me wrong by any means, but dude, maybe are we serious at the COD we're watching? They are winning a fucking series at the way they're playing
Yeah.
now. I don't care if it's against the best teams in the world. These guys are fucking oblivious on the map, dude. Like as to what needs to happen, what they're doing, how they're approaching situations, holding.
Say it with your
like,
chest.
they are oblivious. This
I
is
also
by
want
far
to,
probably one of, if not the worst roster change we've seen in the CDO in terms of performance to
I
like.
think it's very important. This is for players. I think a lot of players, Pat, you're a player that I think recognize this in the beginning of your career. Some teams do. Got to control the narrative around your team. Don't let the community control the narrative around your team. The Seattle team has basically done zero messaging about their situation since the major, and it becomes a cyclical problem, and you're on the back foot trying to explain why your team sucks. Like I think to Chris's point, like you watch them play, they're behind, but we haven't heard from the Seattle team as to why they're playing this way, and I think they need to probably address that in some form because there's going to be an ugly stage, and their fans are not going to be happy.
Yeah. Any other final thoughts, Pat, Sam? Anything?
Toronto looks gross, and they're breaking the record on Sunday.
It's for-
record
is
for
it-
what?
They play FaZe for the consecutive series wins.
To
think it's
break
like
FaZe's record.
13, right?
To
14.
break FaZe's record, yeah.
That's crazy. So they play FaZe to break,
break
their
FaZe's
record.
record.
So FaZe, if anybody's gonna stop their record, it's fucking
The
FaZe.
CDL script is real, boys.
So are they tied right now with FaZe?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're tied with them. All right, that's gonna be dope.
I
That's
can't
gonna be
wait
a
for
fun.
that
Yeah, that's
series.
gonna be an
Holy
insane
shit.
match. That's gonna be awesome. All right, can't wait for that one. Let's do some predictions going into tomorrow, and then we'll hop into Discord.
Riley in
and,
the chat says they played a tie. Actually, the next match after that, they'll be the one to go ahead.
okay.
Riley said in the chat.
Okay, so that's a big match. FaZe can shut them down and stop their streak. We'll see if they're able to do it. Let's move on to tomorrow's matches. Let's give our predictions, and then we're gonna hop into Discord and answer some questions. Obviously, command Discord in the chat. Join the ZooMAFIA Discord if you guys want an opportunity to ask a question. We'll be hand selecting people at random. Okay, we got the Las Vegas Legion going up against the Boston Breach to start things off tomorrow. Man, I got Dylan
This is
and
a good
Tags going
fucking
up
series,
against
bro.
Boston Breach. Yeah, this is going to be a good one. And
This
I'm
be a
not
good
really too
series.
sure where to go with this one, to be honest with you.
This is a coin flip.
Yeah.
On the predictions, pick them on the CDO website. It's 65-35 for Boston. But I think it's a lot closer than that.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm going to go with Boston 3-2. I'll say Boston 3-2. This
Ace and cheese.
this can obviously go either way. I mean, yeah, but if I go Vegas, then it's Dylan attached cheese.
That's Dylan Cheese. I would have said the same thing if you picked
Yeah.
Vegas. I can't lie.
So it's like, yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. I'm kind of just hoping for a good series tomorrow. Obviously,
It's
you
the
know,
ZooMaa Bowl.
it's the ZooMaa Bowl here. It's the fucking ZooMaa Bowl. I got Boston Breach 3-2. Benjay, who do you got?
I'll go with what I did in my Pick'ems video, Boston 3-2. I don't really trust either of these games in a game 5, but I trust Austin maybe a little bit more. So hopefully Thanos comes through for my prediction.
I don't know. The way they've been playing their S&Ds has not been the best.
I know.
But
It's been tragic.
oh,
crazy.
dude, I'm like trying to like base my prediction here around like a map set, and I think we're gonna see a ton of like invasion tomorrow.
I think it's gonna be triple invasion tomorrow.
I think we're
It
going to
might
see
actually
a
be.
mega fuck ton of invasions. I don't think we're going to see Rio.
I think Boston's probably gonna beat Rio. I think Vegas is pretty good at it, from what I recall.
I think I
Yeah.
got Boston. This one.
You got Boston, Chris?
Yeah, I don't really know map count here. Like it could go either way, but
All right. Sam,
think I
you
got
never went
Boston.
yet, right? You didn't go yet. Sam, what do you?
No, I'll take Vegas here. I'll take Vegas in a game 5. I think this is gonna be a very, very good series, though.
Yeah, I could see this being a grueler for sure. Pat,
Take
what do
Vegas.
you got? I think Sam's got Vegas. The rest of us got Boston. Wait, Ben, who'd you have?
He has Boston,
Boston.
Oh,
too.
yeah, Boston. So, yeah, the rest of us have Boston. Who do you got, Pat? Who you going with?
I'm going with whichever team does not have Purge.
Okay.
Damn.
So the Boston Breach.
he hasn't been playing that bad, man.
Oh shit!
You didn't have to say it like that, Slay.
Oh my god! My bad purge.
He actually hasn't been
again.
playing that bad. He has been playing better, but I mean, Vegas in general have been playing better. I think the role change has helped them a little bit too. I mean, we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a good series. Let's move on to the next one. We got Optic Texas going up against the Carolina Royal Ravens. Optic are 3-0, Carolina 1-2. I'm gonna go Optic here. I'll say 3-1. Optic Texas. I can see Optic getting this dub, but I just think Carolina has a hard time with some of the top teams sometimes when it comes to slang, and I just don't know if they're gonna be able to keep up. So I'll go Optic here. I'll say 3-1 Optic. Who do you got, Ben?
Optic 3-0.
Got a DoorDash. All right, Seb. Who you got, Seb?
I'll take 3-1 Optic.
3-1 Optic. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Chris?
Fred has yet to beat Teach, but I think this is going to be the time.
He's
that
never
he
beat him
does.
ever?
He's
That's
never beat
correct.
Teach.
He's never
What
beat
the
TJ.
He's
fuck?
never
I
beat
might, we
TJ.
might need to change it up. Go Carolina. That's a crazy stat. What's the record? Because they've played a ton.
It's like 7-0.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
That's
it's
insane.
a lot.
That's,
I mean, listen, the danger for this series, if you're Optic, is that, you know, you get to a game 5 search, and sometimes Optic and S&D is one of their weaker modes. But Chris, go ahead. I'm curious what you think.
I was gonna say that Ravens' respawn has looked pretty damn good, and they're gonna need to come out big in those. And I just don't think they have what it takes to beat Optic in all the respawns, because their search has been pretty fucking terrible, like for the most part. And I don't really know how much that's gonna have improved. I mean, it's go look at their record; it's bad.
They are
I don't.
Carolina's 2-2 in this split. That's
This split, but
Yeah.
I'm talking about like overall. So like, I don't really see their improvements being that drastic of a change enough to carry them over the finish line. They're gonna have to show up big in respawns, and I think Texas is gonna have the majority, if not all, those respawns unlocked. So I got Texas, probably like a 3-1, maybe if like Shotzi starts off slow series again or something.
Jesus, my bad.
Slay.
Drive us home, Pat.
Yeah, I'm not delusional. Okay. Optic 3-0.
Okay. Swing and a miss out of me.
Optic 3-0. The TJ 7-0 over Pred doesn't sway you
Bro,
at all,
if he
Pat?
beats them again, I'm gonna
Nah.
cry.
That's
I could've
insane.
just
If he
blatantly
beats
lied.
him again,
Doesn't
that's
sway
insane.
me.
This has got to be the one. Like, there's no, I don't. This has
No,
to
this
be
has
the
to be the
one.
one.
HG's got to give you 1 on this one, right?
There's no way this is
Nah,
not the one.
Actually. Well, we got 3 good matches tomorrow. Should be a good one. Excited
We
to
didn't even
watch
do
those.
the last series.
Yeah, wait, we only did 2.
Oh yeah, I saw LAG Seattle. I said the blow it up bowl. Let's just move it on. No, we'll get. Yep, my bad. We got LAG versus Seattle Surge. I got LAG 3-0. Both these teams are winless. Both these teams are looking for this first win of the stage. I'm going 3-0 LAG. Seattle just look like they're just discombobulated, bro. It's looking chalked over there. Who do you got, Ben?
Well, I'm gonna ignore what Joe O said in the chat. Shout out Joe O. I think I probably got LAG, but this goes game 5. Seattle's winning. So I'm gonna say LAG 3-1.
Seb?
I will not pick Seattle as long as this is the roster. So LAG, and I don't care about the map count.
Who
Yeah,
are
I
they?
got LAG.
Okay. And Pat?
LAG. Yeah.
That's what I figured we were all gonna go with. Let's see if Seattle can prove us wrong tomorrow and get a W under their belts. But let's move on over to the Discord, gentlemen, and let's answer some questions. A lot of people joining up, so let's get in there, folks. Yes, sir. Here I am. Let's switch on over.
Fucking heads in here.
Oops. Yeah, there is a lot of fucking heads in here, bro. Look at this shit. Let me mute out on TeamSpeak. Boom, boom, boom. There's a lot of people ready to go. I say we pull one in. Drills. This guy Drills was shooting my body, talking shit in rank play. He asked a question last time. He did ask a question last time, so let's try and get some new faces in here. Let's get Swoosh God. Swoosh God J. He's looking like he probably got a good question. Hey, Swoosh God, you there? Hello?
Hello.
Swoosh God?
Bro's AFK.
There he
That's
is.
crazy.
Swoosh God,
Hey,
what's
man.
going on, man?
What's going on? How you guys doing today?
Good,
What's
man.
up,
We're
man?
doing great, bro. Thank you so much for joining us on the flank today. What's your question?
First of all, I just want to say that you guys are all goats, and I gotta take a papaya rip for the boss.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for being in there, Switch God.
My question is, in your guys' career, who's one player you guys just matched up against and you knew it was an automatic dub? I'm looking for
Jesus
beef right here.
Oh, shit.
Christ.
Automatic dub. Automatic dub is crazy.
Yeah, like you see him across the stage and you're like, yeah, series 3-0.
Automatic dub is
Yeah,
fucking
probably Sam.
nuts.
Probably Sam. My head-to-head against
Oh,
Sam's pretty
Online, yeah.
good. Yeah, and then he always says his online shit. I don't know where he's getting his online shit from. I don't
Yeah,
know where
probably
he's getting-
online. Sure.
You know what I mean? Probably Sam. Sam, who would be yours? Who was it? I'm actually trying to think of somebody that was an automatic
automatic
dub.
dub.
An automatic dub, I can't.
Nameless.
Oh
My
shit.
dub was nameless. He beat me one time in my entire career. I'm like 13-1 or 14-1 against him.
Damn, that's crazy. Name was called himself
he
the
beat
FaZe
me,
Boogeyman.
He beat me when he was on EG in World War II.
Damn, he was your kryptonite.
In
Hey,
that series, sure.
Duarte, you?
I don't know if I had one. I had too many teams, dude. Like it varied, like at times. Like if it was BO2, it would have been like out of the top teams, it would have probably been Optic when I was on Freako. Like we knew we were gonna beat them.
Player, bro.
Oh well, fuck, dude. I mean, like I don't have one. I honestly really don't.
Dub player.
I don't think I ever had that moment in time.
Every member of Optic Gaming.
I actually don't think I ever had a moment like that, unless it was somebody like probably like bad, but like I don't remember their names. I don't think I ever had one.
Yeah. What about you, Pat? Pat, you're muted, Pat. I can't hear you.
I was the one getting auto winned. I was the one that was getting chosen by everybody else.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yep.
I had the wrong
Yeah.
input. So.
Yep, I hear you now, Pat.
Let me think. One player.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, one player, because I know you had Optic, and you know I'm an Optic fan, but
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
trying to
need
think
one
of-
player.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one player. Big Timer Rambo, Nade Shot,
There it is.
Scump, Crim.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, the whole roster ever.
He's gonna name
full
everybody who's played
Wikipedia.
for Optic, and he's just
Every
gonna go down the
single player
list.
who's ever played for
Probably-
Optic.
Let's see.
It's the easiest read of
Probably-
all time.
Honestly, probably Crim though, because like my head-to-head against Crim is pretty crazy since the dynasty
it
broke
really?
up. Yeah. And
Since the dynasty broke up.
my
What is it? What's
dynasty,
dynasty?
the
Oh,
like
The
when they
complexity
went
one?
Optic.
I thought you meant the
Yeah.
real one.
I just tried harder against them too, so it was
Okay,
a lot easier.
wait, hold on. In the reverse, like I'm gonna reverse his question. Not who would you thought was like auto would beat you, but like what's one player that you would play against that made you sit up in your chair? Like for real, just like try to get to that next
Because
level
they
in
were
your guys'
good,
career.
or because like
Because because they were good, like or like you just wanted to
Formal.
beat them really bad, either or.
Formal
Yeah,
or
formal.
Scump. Yeah, probably.
I would
Formal
say
or Scump.
I would say formal for me as well.
Yeah, I'd say Scump for that
My
answer
matchup.
for sure. I'd probably say
Pat,
Scump.
what would you say, Pat?
sit up in my chair.
This coming from a guy that when his team was so dominant, he put up a twit. line,
Like
how did he
it
stand?
doesn't necessarily need to be skill related. It could be just somebody that you always
you
want to
wanted to
beat no
beat,
matter
yeah.
what.
Damn, that's tough.
They are tough questions.
Probably Donnie.
Donnie.
Donnie?
Yeah.
On Dada.
Don
fire right there.
fucking Dada. Don.
The way
Dada.
you were sitting up for Don,
Yeah. Like
you
I
beat
just
the fuck out of him. Hell
because
yeah.
Donnie, the thing about me is like I didn't want to lose to people who talk shit, right? Like so if they talk
Yeah, that's
shit, like
fair.
I had to beat them, and Donnie liked to talk shit. You guys remember that World War II argument? I got into him at 8s, and then he was like, "You'll never win again," and then he got like top 24 at champs, and I won. Like,
Yeah, I
it
remember
was-
that. I
it's-
remember that,
yeah,
Pat. I actually do remember that.
That's insane.
I remember when I went 4-23 first map, and I look over, and Donnie was
here
laughing,
we go.
pointing at his monitor. He was laughing.
Yeah,
And
I
I looked
love
at the
Donnie. I
referee.
love Donnie, but
What happened in the next 3, Tom?
Hey, you know what happened, Sam. You know what happened. He wasn't. Let's just say nobody was laughing when the series was over. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? Hey, bro, I appreciate you, Switch God.
That was a good. That was a good question.
Good
Alright,
question,
I
bro.
got one more quick for Ben. One more quick.
Yep.
Okay.
Ben, I don't know if you remember for earlier in your chat, but you checked out my price picks,
Yeah.
and it hit the
Oh,
four-man.
hey, how much you make?
$50 out of $5.
That's good. That's good. If
W.
anyone
Use
else,
That's a
promo
dub
code
next.
Zuma.
Yes, sir.
W
I was gonna say,
plug,
did you
W.
sign up using code ZooMaa? Did you sign up using code ZooMaa or no, Switch God?
Nope.
I've been on Prize Pick losing money, but if
Oh,
it was my
you've been
first
on
time, I
Prize
would've put
Picks?
your
Okay,
code.
that's understandable.
Okay,
That's
fair enough,
understandable.
fair enough.
I gotta talk to them, see if they can give me a promo
Damn, a
code one of these
10x.
days.
That's
gotta grab
cool.
something.
today was a good betting day, bro. Later.
Go there, buddy.
Later,
Appreciate every question.
Yep, W question. Thank you,
Chelsea,
Switch
London's
God.
blue, Ben. London's blue.
Fuck Chelsea.
Tottenham's ass.
How about Chelsea?
Alrighty, great question from Swish God. Ben J, we'll let you pick one. Go ahead, Ben. Pick a person, any person.
Let's get my guy. Let's get Cowboy in here, bro. I'm curious what
Cowboy? All right, let's
does.
get Cowboy in
Pony
here.
official- No way.
Yeah.
We're fucking.
Let's
Pony
get him in
Cowboy.
here.
Yeah,
Wait, where are
Cowboy,
we?
man.
We're in the
Let's
live with ZooMaa. Okay, let's move him in here. Cowboy, move to Jesus Christ. There's a lot of things. Boom, Cowboy, what up?
Man, how you guys doing? Phenomenal.
Cowboy. It's an absolute pleasure to have you live on the
The way
flank, Cowboy.
this is some nepotism at its finest right here.
I just said Cowboy's gonna ask us a good
This is
question. That's why.
Yeah, see, this is
All
what
good.
I like about Ben.
This is what I
like.
Cheese, bro.
See, Ben,
Those are
me and
friendship
you are,
cheeses.
we're an unspoken duo right there, Ben. Let him chirp.
Perspective, everybody here.
Cowboy,
Let's
have you
want some
been
range.
poached by Dashy?
No.
shit.
Tell you what. Listen. So I went 2-1 in his 8s last night, right? He didn't try to poach me, but if he did, I would say no.
That's what I'm
Instant.
talking about, Cowboy.
Instant.
That's what I'm talking
Instant.
about. We know
Yup.
we're having some problems. My players are being poached. I'm doing a subscriber matchup against Stashy's subscribers, but he keeps poaching my fucking subs. And you would think that my subs, they would back me up, but a lot of them said, "Go fuck yourself," and they're going to the other side.
Gotta weed out the rats, Tom.
Yeah,
That's because you got
fine.
you got an op on the other side is a problem.
Yeah, we got
That's
we
why
got
never
an
me.
op, and he goes by the name of Vows. Apparently, I don't know apparently there's a process that he's trying to do here, and I don't know the process yet, so I'm gonna have to talk to him. Cowboy, what's your question?
Yeah, so I just had a quick question. All right, so everyone's been pretty good about not breaking GAs, right? But when champs comes around, right?
I mean,
Well, not
kinda.
everyone. But when champs comes around, are GAs being broken when it really matters down to those maps?
I'll go
Like
first.
those
Like
winning maps?
stair glitch, shit like that.
Yeah, like
Like the
stair glitch, snaking, like
1,000 fucking percent. Because at that point, what are you gonna do?
100%.
Like, you know what I mean?
100%.
yeah.
are gonna
but because
ride
there's
that
no
line,
repercussions.
bro.
You know, there's
I
no
think
repercussions.
there are honorable teams in the league, and I think there are not honorable teams in the league. If we're
Mhm.
watching the top 4 play, maybe not New York, they'd be breaking G's.
Yeah.
If it's Optic, FaZe, or Toronto, I would say no. If it's like New York, Seattle, potentially.
I was gonna say if you want to get spicy, you know, you can name drop, but that's up to the flank, not me.
I got a better answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone who breaks the GAs at champs, it won't matter if they break them or not.
Oh shit.
You
know
don't
what
think
I'm
it's
saying?
gonna matter?
Yeah,
Pat? You
there's
think
no,
that-
there's no
you,
like.
you think the
The
teams
good-
that are
the good
breaking them are
teams-
shit teams?
Yeah. The teams that have a chance at winning won't break GAs.
Yeah. No, that's good. I actually kind of agree with that because I feel like
Wise wisdom from Petty Pros.
I feel like the people who do end up breaking GAs are people that are just like, I don't know, bro. They're just
Jeez.
going through it, bro. They're going through it.
Yeah,
Their
the
team's probably
Seattle
terrible.
Surges of the world.
Yeah, nah, definitely. But Cowboy, you got any other questions?
Nah, I just wanted to spice it up, see if
No
you
problem.
you know name drop, but you know, I don't think off the top of the
trying to
dome,
get
not
tag
yet.
rap
You good,
content,
Yeah,
Cowboy. You
yeah,
good.
I'm
But
trying to get my
Cowboy,
content.
we got a coaching session this week. All right, make sure we're scrimming, watching VOD, the whole 9 yards. If we lose a match, I don't want to fucking see you in ranked play. I want to see you watching
Listen.
VOD. Okay?
I just figured out how to overclock my controller. We're good now.
Oh,
okay?
Jesus fucking
Good.
Christ. On that note, I'm going
Excuse
to need
me?
you to step out.
Tom,
If
you
you're-
don't got these guys overclocked.
They should have been overclocked. That's on Cowboy.
Tom, you don't
That's
even
on
got
him.
them.
Boss, we didn't go over that, boss. We didn't go over that in the
Pony's
room.
got input delay.
Don't worry
You
about
didn't
the
go over that
ponies,
like
Sam.
last year when you were coaching them?
No,
Nah,
Tom, the
I
Pony's
was,
got
I was on the
input
Xbox
delay,
controller at
Tom.
first.
You
I
know
was
what?
on the Xbox controller.
Cowboy, thank
We're
you for
good
your
now.
question, Cowboy. Thank you for your question,
course.
Cowboy.
You have a
Take
good
it
night. Have a
easy.
good
Yeah, you
night.
too, man.
Let
You
it go.
too.
Let it go.
All right, we got to get Moon Slays in here. He's been trying to ask a question for 2 months. So let's get
Go,
Moon Slays
Moon.
in here. Moon Slays, is that you? Moon 98? I'm guessing that's you. Hello?
Oh, shit, I'm taking a shit, boys.
Moon Slays, is that you in the chat?
Oh.
Hello?
Bro, he's taking a deuce right now, bro.
Is
Oh,
that Moon?
shit, I was wiping, yo.
Moon, are you there?
Is that Dante?
Yeah.
Moon, hello? Moon, are
Yeah,
you
my
there?
bad, my bad. Yo.
You hear me? Okay. Are you Moon Slays? You're Moon Slays, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You were telling me to drag you. You were telling me to.
bro.
It does sound like Dante. I'm not gonna lie. It does sound a lot like Dante, but it's Moon Slays in the chat. It's Moon Slays.
Yes, sir. What up?
All right. Did you?
All right, I got a juicy question. All right?
All right. What's your question, bro? Because you said exactly like Dante. It's crazy. Go ahead. What's your question, man?
Nah, fuck it. He's trash.
All right, bet. Go ahead.
All right, who is the most controversial player in CDL era?
Scrap. Or draws.
Draza, yeah. Probably Draza or Scrappy.
Scrapper draws.
Probably Draza or Scrappy, I would say. Some people argue Dashy with this take.
Yeah, mine was Dashy.
Was
Dashy's
yours
not a bad
Dashy?
answer. Dashy's actually not a bad answer.
Yeah.
Moon, were you the guy
Jimbo.
who posted on Reddit?
There's nothing controversial about
Crazy
Jimbo, bro.
answer.
Did you post that on Reddit?
Me, nah.
Oh, because I seen that posted on
I
Reddit.
don't think Scrappy's controversial at all. I think he's
What?
overall What people like controversial? What way? Everyone loves his trash talk. And everyone loves his trash talk, and everyone knows he's gonna play well. Like he has it. He
like
there's no
divisive
controversy
instead of
or whatever.
controversial.
Yeah, like is this question like who's the most heel? Like is that what we're asking?
No. Just like controversial. Like
It's Rambo Ray.
I think it's probably like Cell or Shotzi or Dashy or even Draza. I think it's probably one of those guys.
Probably MC, I guess.
It's MC or Bruce. It's funny. It's those two.
A lot of people.
Can somebody explain to me how Bruce is controversial?
Because people are always on the side of the fence. Is he the like? Let's say like he's the reason Optic is losing, or he's the we talked about it, right? Like his play style, blah blah blah. Like changed his play style. Still talked about like, oh, is this his last chance? Like they got to get some dubs on the board. Is he the reason they're not getting dubs? Blah blah. Like he's controversial. Like period.
I hear it's crap. We need an explanation. Controversial. Ender would also be a good shout for I think obvious reasons.
Yeah, Ender's a good shout. Illy's definitely a good shout. Like I feel for controversial, I feel like my definition would I don't even know how to explain controversial. Just in the limelight a lot. Like that's how I look at controversial. Like there's always like drama around them. There's always there's always noise around them.
But that's the better question is to say they're heel. Like they're filling like a role.
It's like it's like opinionated, right? Like you're either on one side of the fence or the other. Like with Scrap, I don't think there's anyone on any other side of the fence besides he likes the trash talk and it's funny, and two, he's good. Like there's no other fence.
Clayster is a big shout. Clay is a very big shout. And same with Krim as well. Clay, Krim, like some of those guys. I mean, there's a lot of play. I feel like everybody's gone through their stints. You know what I mean, Moon? We've all had our controversial days. You know, at least I feel like I did. I don't know. I can't really speak for.
On a little 1v5.
Pat said I never had any. Yeah, I don't know about that, Pat. I don't know about that, bro. I think we all have had those days, but hey, Moon, I appreciate you joining up and asking that question, man. It was a good question, man.
I got one more question.
Of course, go ahead.
Why is Optic Texas the Dallas Cowboys of the CDL?
Ooh.
Hashtag face up.
What? I mean, it's because just like the Cowboys, they've got a huge fan base, but they haven't yet converted that into like winning the title.
A lot of cash with a lot of fans and no wins.
Yeah.
Are you a Cowboys fan?
Unfortunately.
Well, they have a win. They have a win in the CDL.
I mean, but they haven't won the big one. Like the Cowboys have won the division, the NFC East, but they haven't won an NFC championship. They haven't won a Super Bowl.
It's painful, dude. Every time I talk
about
it. Yeah, here we go.
Yeah. All right, Moons. It be like that, Moons. It be like that, man. Yep, Moons. I'm happy I finally got you in there to ask a question. Appreciate you joining up. I'll see you in the chat, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Take it easy.
That is Dante. I won't be told otherwise.
Yeah, it sounds exactly like Dante. Is that too crazy?
I can't believe people in your chat are trying to argue that Optic aren't the Cowboys of COD. Like, I feel like that's just
it's like the most apt,
very obvious. Yeah.
Nah, I definitely. Not only are they in the same state, but it's just also just like big fan base. The big fan base on top of that. I mean,
even the same. They're in the same city, Tom. It's
same city. Yeah, same city. They're in the same fucking city.
I mean, technically, one's in Arlington, one's in Dallas. I get it, but the same metro area, whatever.
All right, Pat. Pick somebody, Pat. Pick somebody. Anybody you want, Pat. Go ahead, bro.
I want to go with Nate Shot's Burner.
Nate Shot's Burner.
Back for round 2.
Back for round 2? Okay, let's bring him in here.
He's already asked a question.
Yeah, he has already asked a question. Pat, you sure you want to pick him? Pat, he's already asked a question, but we already called him. Let's call him. Nate Shot's Burner, what up?
What up? That's how we doing.
Nate Shot's Burner. Listen, you're lucky, bro. All right, we normally don't let people ask multiple questions, but you were here last week. You're here again this week. What's your question, bro?
So I think Pat's right. I think we got to blow it up with Seattle. Who is a 4-man squad, Booza included or not, that replaces this roster? Because we're talking about blowing up. We got to have a solution, right?
You get Lunars.
Exceed,
get some Challenger
Lunars.
Cheese for the AR duo. Wait, is Lunars an AR? He is, right?
Yeah, Lunars an AR.
So you get a Booza, Lunars on the AR, bring back that duo, and then the subs, I don't give a fuck. Whoever's good.
Exceed,
you gotta take a chance. Sure, Exceed. You gotta take a chance on
bro.
somebody at that
Exceed's
point.
been different.
See, combo, what's that pace?
Exceed has been different in I love the Exceed's game in Challengers. He's been
really good the last couple of years. He just hasn't shown out in the pro league.
Is he like a Challengers fryer though? Like, let's be honest, bro.
He could be.
Is he like a Challengers fryer or is he CDL fryer? I think.
Well, when he was in the CDL, who was he playing with?
He's on LAG last year.
He's on LAG.
He was getting thrown into fucking shit cans.
Yo, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
take
Andy's a
Geese,
free agent, bro.
Pentagram, and Shawnee.
Yeah, Pentagram. Why does
Boston
nobody pick up
Academy's
Pentagram, bro?
out.
Watching Pentagram in Challengers, he's another one who's been going crazy in
They
Challengers.
just never even got a shot, bro.
Pentagram is definitely a good shout for sure. Somebody's surprised by Shawnee in the chat. Shawnee has been very good in Challengers. And I know yesterday, I mean, you see Scrapsy in the chat. He said Cammy and Hicksy. I mean, a lot of you guys are going to say bias, but Cammy's another one, bro. All these pros that were in the CDL that go to Challengers literally dominate Challengers. Like, they are literally destroying
them.
them.
The league and get shit on.
Yeah. It's Cammy
Bro,
was...
I feel like frying in Challengers like isn't even like a good metric can't like of course a CDL caliber player is gonna go shit on Challengers. Fucking
bad,
duh.
Challengers.
Well, there is no other metric.
I
There is
know, but that's
nothing
what I'm saying.
else.
Like everything is a risk. So to like look exclusively on if you're frying or not is like kind
Well,
of
yeah, that's why
Well,
people
they
need
need
to
to
do more
stream,
research
Sam.
into
They need
like
to
no, yeah,
stream.
you had this whole rant, Pat, or
yeah,
fucking Chris,
yeah,
but-
personality and stuff like that, mindset.
Yeah,
all
Cam's
that
gonna
stuff
Cam's gonna
matters.
get shit on in the league, drop the Challengers, and fucking cook them. Like it's just how it is.
Yeah. But this
Doesn't
is
even
why
do it.
players need to stream their POV because we don't just want to look at the scoreboard. We want to look at the plays you're making, the way you're looking, the routes you're taking, the decisions you're making. Like that's. Bro, I don't know what people are doing that are playing in Challengers and not live. Like I don't understand that. Like
There's no other way other than scoreboard, and that's just
unless
the people that
it's like
go
a
on
cup
there.
and it's being streamed. Like for instance, the last
Ernie,
cup we
I
just
agree.
watched, like none of the players had to be live. It was all being live streamed on We Are Clutch GG. But you know what I mean.
Agreed.
You know what's another issue, Tom, is that these teams, when they have community broadcasters, always when the league's in there, they don't block the mini map, but they make community broadcasters block the mini map and turn X-ray off.
Scrap.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Scrap actually said something. It's a little toxic, but to his point, I think I kind of agree with what he's saying to a certain degree because a lot of the players, like I feel like we're in like a talent drought for the most part with like new phases coming in. I feel like a lot of the people that have been playing, granted they are playing well, they've been around Challengers for a long time, and all the good players have pretty much gotten scooped up or gotten chances, and then everybody left down there are people that have there's a lot of people that have already been in the league and have had shots and they end up dropping down and they still dominate Challengers. And so some of the new faces, it's like, if you're already getting dominated by players that have already been in the league and those players were technically not good enough to be in the league, then what is the reason of picking you up? You see what I'm saying? So he's basically saying that they're recycled down there. And I, to a degree, I agree. But I think I said this before. I think the way Challengers is now and just the talent pool that we have in the lower end, a lot of those players are equally as skilled as each other for the most part, and it really just depends on environment, personality, and stuff like that, and getting them players to match and be put in the right situation to succeed. Because a lot of those players, you put them on a dog shit team, they're gonna be dog shit. There's not a lot of game changers, is what I want to say in Challengers right now, where you just pick them up. You put them on any team, they're gonna go fry. Like it's just not a thing anymore.
You're seeing the ones this year so far, EU players like the Frenchies, the Belgians that have come over from EU. But to NA, to your point, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of NA players have come up the last couple of years, and now outside of Gwyn that's coming in, it's been pretty bare. No.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just a lot of it's just like gonna be situational. Like there are players that are good, but you're trying to put them in scenarios now, like for example, Seattle, you go make another 1-for-1 swap like Brezzy, for example. He's gonna get shit on. He's getting shit on. It's just how it is. You do that to like any of these challengers, they're gonna get shit on.
The problem I see though is also look at the Booza example. Like we're talking about talent drought. You had the best main AR in challengers by far get picked up on a league team and put on a goddamn sub. Like,
oh yeah, you do stuff like that too. Like,
there's also some fault of some of these dumbass teams picking up the good talent and then doing the dumbest
even then
shit
though,
with it.
those players won't like. I don't feel like Abuza's potential is going to be fully realized in the CDL right now because he's being held back by his team. Like, and it's going to happen to any challenger that gets picked up right now because they're all getting put on teams to save them.
Join that like dog shit teams in
Yeah,
general.
yeah. But that's just how it is. That's why like roster changes early in the season are so important because you want to nurture that young talent to start off strong. You don't want them coming into an environment that's already fucking toxic. Like it's just not. They're not going to succeed. It's going to be a big intimidation factor. There's very rare people that can immediately come into a team like that and make a huge difference. And a lot of those players are already in the CDL and they're on the top teams. Like it's not happening anymore.
Yep.
I think that's kind of why I asked the question, just because there is a lot of recycled talent, I think is the best way to put it. But I think me personally, the Hixie squad that's still out there, like Hixie was a top talent last year, right? Yeah,
That's Beans, right? Beans, Bam, 60.
The only thing with the EU team is like I have a feeling there's going to be a decent sized roster mania in Europe like after this elite stage because I could see that war team if they don't play well in the bracket and they've been like super up and down, they might split and actually cause a big roster mania in that team.
See, that's like the problem though. It's like some people just don't do their research. Like, no offense to you, Nate Shot, but like they're not even the best team in Europe right now. And then on top of that, in the last at the last major, they didn't even place well. So like we can sit here and talk about like recycled names and some of these teammates or some of these players deserve to be in the league. And I agree, there's a lot of players that could be in the league. It's just about getting them at the right time, getting them on the right environment. And there's not players out there that are going to directly make an impact like that, where they just get put on a team like Seattle and they are instantly going to change that team culture and the team and make them place better. It's just not possible.
Let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
What?
What? He wasn't throwing daggers. I think he was talking to Nate Shot.
Oh, Nate Shot's burner. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was just talking to him.
Confused.
Yeah,
Nate
Shot, I appreciate you joining up and asking the question, man. I appreciate you. And thank you for being in here, man. It's important.
Later, Nate Shot's burner.
Later, Nate Shot's burner.
Later.
Take it easy, man. We'll do what, Ben? What's the problem, bro? What's the problem?
Chad's saying we should get Riley in.
Riley?
Chad's saying.
All right, wait, here's Riley. Let's see what you got. Riley, what up, man?
Yo, someone move burner out of here, bro. This guy's cool.
Barney, what are you doing, Barney?
This guy's trying to fly under the radar, bro.
How do I kick this guy?
Just drag him out.
Yeah.
All right.
No, you kick him from there. Don't do that. Oh,
you kicked him from the entire server.
Oh,
he's not ZooMAFia anymore.
Oh, my bad. It's okay. He can rejoin. It's okay. We'll get him back in here. We'll get him back. It's on me. It's on me. Oh, shit. This is what happens when I don't use Discord.
Banned, dumbass.
Did I ban him? Did I just ban him?
No, you just kicked him. He can rejoin.
Oh, okay. Bet. Riley, you there? I don't think Riley's there.
I'm here.
No, Riley's there. What's up, Riley? What's going on, man?
What's good?
What's good, boys? How's it going?
Hey, not too bad, man.
Riley.
Another day in the office.
Hello.
Riley, what's your question, man?
Yeah, I got two quick ones. I hope they're quick ones. First one is just I feel like I've been seeing a lot in the community lately, and Ben talked about this on stream a little bit the other day, where people are starting to ask, like, if FaZe doesn't win champs or they don't win multiple events this year, like, does the trio split up and try to do something else? And my question to you guys is, do you feel like that's like a fair question to them with the level they've been playing at, or do you think that's just us as a community like holding them to too high of a standard?
Yeah, good question. I'll answer first. I think for me, I think if they keep showing consistency that they are, if they keep going to a grand final and getting top 2, top 3 every event, and they just show this consistency throughout the whole year again, I mean, I don't see them changing, just for the sole fact that they're probably making they are making a shit ton of money just by getting consistent placements like that. But the goal at the end of it is definitely to win championships, right? Like, that's the goal for every team, every organization. So I don't think it's a crazy question to ask from the community or from you. You know, I definitely think it's a question that is fair to ask at this point, because even if you ask the Atlanta FaZe guys, I think they would even tell you that they definitely would have liked to have won more events. Like, I think they feel like they should have won more. So for them, it's like, you know, I definitely think they got a lot to prove still, and they got a chip on their shoulder. And I think it's a good question, but I think they stay together. If they consistently keep placing how they do, just consistently getting to a grand final every event, I mean, I don't see why they would break up. If anything, I just feel it's minor adjustments within their gameplay to close it out into a grand final. You know, just like little things, but they're very close, and they definitely got a good roster to win events. That's for sure.
I think the only way that this team splits up is if they can pull somebody, and it's going to have to be one of the better players on those like top 4 teams that they want, or if they just get sick of each other for whatever reason. That'd be the only reason, because if they're just consistently placing well, they don't have any internal issues, and obviously any of those top players are not available, there's not really anywhere they can improve on with everybody else. So
yeah,
they have
just not
unless they get like somebody crazy like Paco.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if they got Paco or some shit or something weird, you know, something.
The thing with this team is like if you go to their franchise like offline results page and you compare that to like some of the best teams, like their level that this team plays at, they've had probably legitimately like 3 in 5 years legitimately like maybe 3 bad lands, and like one of those was fucking Kickoff Classic, and who gives a shit about that in Vanguard? Outside
Yeah,
that,
but that's expected. They're
I mean, they literally they can go and play
and
B minus COD, and they pull up and get third in the event. Like even
'cause they're
some of the
playing
teams we've
against 4
talked about don't
teams.
play at that level. Yeah, but we're talking like New York won 3 events last year. They also had an event where they placed near the bottom. It's like I just think the only way this team to me breaks up is if down the stretch of the season they start getting fit 6. Maybe they don't make it to the weekend of champs, and you start thinking big changes. But if it's another year where they win or they don't win, but they're about make a couple grand finals, like. I just don't see how the trio splits up because the grass is not always greener on the other side.
Yeah, that's why I bring it up is just to say like it goes back to more the standard thing because I feel like if we were seeing this from any other team in the league or even any other team in like traditional sports, like take Alabama football for example. Ben knows I love college football. Saban and Alabama haven't won a championship in a few years, but the fact that they're in the playoff consistently, like there's nobody in their right mind that would be calling for major changes in that organization.
Other than Paul Feinbaum, but he's just a fucking radio.
Right. And so I just feel like it, in my opinion, it's a little bit of an unfair standard. Like obviously they are stacked and they're talented, but I think any other team would be killing to have this level of consistency. And I get that's the level that they're held to because they on paper should be winning a lot, but it's just kind of crazy to me that people are starting to ask that question, like, do they split up or even should they split up? Because I think the obvious answer for me is no.
Right.
People have been asking that question since like year 2 of the CDL though. Since like after Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War, they were asking that question even like after the beginning of the year. So I think it's just always a thread with them. They're just gonna have to deal with.
Yeah. And then the last question for everybody is if Ben spawned in tomorrow in a CDL match and you had to have a 1-word gamer tag, what gamer tag would you assign to him? It's got to be like short 1-word slasher.
So PerJ can have a duo.
Yeah, it's gotta be Benjay, right?
Benjay would be.
Can't be Benjay.
Yes.
Can't be Benjay.
Yeah. Hey, people are saying Yapper. They're saying Yapper.
Yeah,
Yapper.
I would probably say bot. Just B-O-T.
Just
bot.
Bot.
Bro, in a CDL match? Ben. Come on, bro.
Oh, no shit, but that's disrespectful
Come on,
to me, bro.
Come on.
Yo, Yappa is nuts.
In a CDL
Ben,
match? Come on, bro.
I'm calling Ben Route.
Oh
I like that. Route is good. Route's good.
Yeah, Route is good.
Yappa.
That's
I like
crazy.
Yappa.
Anti-gas for my fucking duo. I'm actually disappointed.
Yeah, Yap is fire. Big Yap is fire.
I love
Big
Yappa.
Yap.
I would
Yappa.
go with a 3-letter acronym.
Yeah.
WKS.
WKS.
Yeah, walking kill streak.
Because he's a god. Because Ben
shit.
shoots like that. Because he's a god.
That's
Walking
crazy,
kills,
bro.
man. That's gas from Ben.
Fair enough.
Hey, Riley, I appreciate you joining up, man, and asking a couple questions, man. It's always a pleasure
Thanks,
to have
guys.
you on, man. Thank you, Riley.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Let's do one more. Let's try and make it a quick one. Sam, why don't you pick one? Let's do one more. One more pick. Try and get somebody we haven't got before. We've gotten Cheese.
Let's do Hurricane. That sounds
Hurricane.
cool. Yeah, sounds cool.
All right, Hurricane. All right,
Cheese
welcome.
is just always such an enticing pick, dude.
What up, Hurricane? Welcome to the flank.
Yo.
What's your question, man? What's going on, brother?
I'll try and make it quick, but I feel like no one's talked about Snipes being GA'd, and obviously you're the commissioner. I just want to know, like, get the conversation started, because last year I feel like Twitter went mad when everyone GA'd it, but no one's even talked about it this season. So.
But you want to see Snipers back?
Yeah, I feel like SND is so dry without it. I'm trying to see Dashi versus Simp on LAN. Like, I feel like we're missing out on so many moments with no snipes.
Yeah,
snipes in this game just don't work.
Yeah,
in like the current landscape of S&D, if you eliminate, like, say for example, terminal S&D, imagine there's a guy Eskies with a snipe, like holding burger. Like, there's no chance you're gonna win, especially if it's someone like Simper.
If snipers are allowed, we're allowing snaking and search and destroy again.
In 150 health COD, it's kind of tough, especially just like in the way that S&D plays in this game, like sniping the cross on invasion. Like, it sounds cool in theory, but when you actually implement it, it fucking blows to play against.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say I don't think
watch.
it's the 150 health. I think it's literally just the maps. The maps.
the
There's
maps,
just there's a couple
the
maps that
lanes.
have a guaranteed cross every time. Like, and that needs like with the sniper, that's just like gonna be stupid.
I'm usually against like not GAing snipes. Like I've gotten them un-GA'd in the past, but in this game, I think it's a decent GA.
Yeah, I mean, as the GA commissioner. What's up, Pat?
Don't smoke solve that problem?
Yeah.
Yeah, they could, but
Like no thermals, two smokes.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
then
you would have to do 2 smokes, and
then
people
you would
don't
have
want
to do. You would have to Chris's point. You would probably need
want
more
less
than one,
smokes.
and you would need to do like was it last year we did the base snipe no attachments? Like that would have to
That's a
be
given. Yeah.
because you also
we have
don't
to-
get
no
You would
ace.
also you would also have to take away marksman, like
you
just
also
to
don't
make
get hit
flinch.
markers with that snipe. You can shoot them in the pinky toe and it will kill them.
What we really need is we need Treyarch or whoever the next dev is just implement a no ace sniper, like just a sniper that will purely be. It's going to be such a specialist gun, but it has a very specific purpose to this community, and that would allow snipers to be in no auto aim. Like, what do you guys think about that?
The reason you would need 2 snipes or 2 smokes is because you would basically default smoke across every round, and then like you wouldn't really have one for.
But I mean, think
what
about it
they're
though.
intended
World
for.
War II, Ghosts, we did that in all those CODs, and it worked great in all of them.
Yeah, but the S&D was like to Chris's point. I feel like the maps were infinitely better than this year, bro. Sniping the cross on invasion or sniping on terminal defense, sniping the high rise cross. Like, bro, I played against Symphony, getting quick scope through walls. Like that doesn't sound like fun. That shit was that.
Yeah, my bad, Mason. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That shit was ass.
My skin's getting flicked on by.
I mean,
Mason's
I was
fucking
gonna
head.
say
In Ghost, we didn't have a smoke GA, did we? We just ran as many
ran
as we
thermals.
fucking
We had
wanted.
thermals on.
And there was
And we had
there was a
thermals.
lot- There was a lot more depth to the meta. There was thermal. There was things
cold-blooded.
Ghost
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
godlike, bro. Ghost was
But
insane.
World War II was very straight up. We
S&D
did 2
Ghost was
smokes
godlike.
and snipers allowed.
Didn't
Yeah.
the Car
And it
98, well,
worked
not
fine.
Car 98, the Car 98 got GA, but we used the Springfield, yeah. Springfield is still godlike.
Hurricane, as a GA commish, I think I can always get things GA'd if pros are down to GM. Like if I can get an army of pros with me that are down to like put in votes. But I think with the sniping stuff, I don't think any of the pros want the sniping. I think they all hate it. And I see Scrappy in the chat saying there's no shot that's getting in. So I just don't. If all the pros are like fuck no, there's nothing I can do. I mean, I can't do jack shit. You know what I mean?
I think snipes would be horrible in this game.
Yeah, but Hurricane, I appreciate you joining up and asking a question, man. I appreciate you being in here.
Yeah, appreciate it. Good.
Yeah, you have a good one, Hurricane. Yeah, man, you too, man. Take care, man.
Sleep, man. It's late over there.
It is late over there. It's getting late over here too. I think it's time for Benji and Asim to put us out and get us out of here. Thank you to everybody who joined up and wanted to ask a question. Obviously, we would love to get through to everybody, but yeah, we're running out of time, man. We're running out of time.
Terrible day of COD.
Terrible day of COD.
What a horrific
Terrible.
day of Call of Duty.
Terrible,
Like
bro.
no one could lose a map just for like some type of entertainment, dude.
Yeah, they're all spamming one more. Well, Ben's hitting the pot. Let's bring in one guy to see if he's gonna hit the pot. Let's see. Let's
just
bring
bring in
one guy
one
in.
guy to
Let's
say
bring-
yes or
For the
no.
record, that I haven't used my putter since Monday, so there's a good chance I miss this.
All right, Ben, go ahead. Hey, Murky, you got a question? And is Ben gonna hit the
Hey,
pot?
yo, what's up?
What's up,
Yo.
man? He's sinking that shit?
What do you think, Murky?
Oh, he is not sinking that. He is not.
Hey, Murky, you don't got him sinking that shit, bro. I got him going wide. I think he's gonna pull it to the left. I think he's gonna pull it left here. He steps up, slippy on. Oh, and it rolls right back down.
Oh, Ben. Yo, Murky's 1 for
It's
1. 100 from the
rolling
field.
right- 100 from the
Murky's pulling
field.
from the logo. Bang!
Bang! A little bit too strong there from Benji and Asim. He's stepping back up. Slippy's on. He's going for number 2. And he sinks the pop, but it's too late, folks. He misses the
Just
pop.
too much pace on that putt.
Let's go, Murky.
Murky,
That's
you got a
great.
question, Murky?
Yes, I got a question.
What's your question, bro?
Sure.
All right, it might be L question, but let me give it a shot. So, is Optic moving on from Envoy the biggest L in CDL history? Since Optic moving away from Envoy, Envoy's won champs with that boy Octane and has won 4 events. Optic hasn't really done nothing since.
So you're saying
Hey, what's
Envoy
the
was...
question?
Yeah, what is your question?
You just made a statement.
I mean, but hold on.
Is Optic moving on from Envoy the biggest L in CDO era?
I mean, I don't think that's a fair question because you got to consider the situation in which Envoy ended up off that team.
Yeah, the merger.
They end up merging with Dallas, and it's like, were you going to pick Envoy over Shotzi? Like, Dylan's obviously a great player. Sam obviously.
10 out of 10
you've won with-
times.
I mean, I think at the time they were going to go with Ant, and that's how it was going to be.
that was post Cold War,
we-
correct? Going
I
into
think
Vanguard.
Yeah.
I think we touched on this a little bit on our reverse sweep, Pat. We were talking about how like Optic's roster change. At least I was talking about how like Optic's roster changes as a franchise in the CDO history. In hindsight, like they were just terrible. Like they looked pretty decent on paper. Like you got like a bunch of like talent stacks, but they never like ever panned out how you thought they would, like ever.
Because they always put together kills. They didn't put together winners. So I've said that for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not necessarily Envoy. I just think their timing, the timing of their changes were always bad, dude. Like
kills and go positive. That was their goal.
Their timings were just terrible with like the people they picked up, and they just didn't. I feel like they could have maybe tried picking up different people sometimes.
Yep, but Murky, I appreciate you hopping in and asking your question, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you
sir.
so much, man. Take it easy.
Who's
Appreciate
gonna
you.
win the Super Bowl next year?
The Giants.
The Dallas Cowboys.
I mean, we can't bet against Patty Mahomes, bro. Like,
Yeah, here we
The Buffalo
go.
Bills. Bills Mafia.
First
All right,
franchise. If they won, that'd be incredible. But the Cubs won, so who knows? You know.
All right, man. Hey, Murky,
Never
you take
know.
it easy, man.
Hey,
Take
yo,
it easy.
appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. All righty, guys. That is going to do it for us today. We obviously got 3 matches tomorrow, so we'll be back with another watch party. We'll all be live for the most part. Sam, you'll be live. Ben, you'll be live. I'll be live. Duarte, I don't know about you. Slay, probably not.
We'll be watching
I
from
might-
the
I might
comfort
be.
of my
Yeah,
bed.
I
We'll do a
might
little
be.
watch party going, and then of course we'll be live on Twitch afterwards for some for the flank, and then maybe some rank play. So hope to see you guys in there. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. Go to anchor.fm/theflank to check out audio says we're on. Go follow at the flank on Twitter. Gert's doing a phenomenal job running socials and merch dropping soon. Go to zooma.gg. Go plug in your email and go sign up. We got new merchandise on your way. And I'm excited for it, honestly. I gave you guys a little sneak peek. So if you were in the stream at the right time, you might have seen it. But and then also Derek, you're asking for the pot. Ben already missed that shit. You're a little late here, Derek. You're a little late, guys. That's gonna do it for us.
That motherfucker, man.
He sailed it. I mean, it was a fucking rocket, and he just
I just hit a little bit too hard, but it is what it is.
yeah. But guys, this
One day.
we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care, brush your hair, and take it easy. Later.
Peace.
Bye.